Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here. Hello, big dog. Check out this time lapse I got this morning of the sun rising over the trees and over the horizon. What a beautiful day it will be. It's my second channel, daily vlog channel, and there is a cemetery on the side of the road behind those firework signs. It's the Daily Woo. Look at some of the dates on these. Died in 1875. 1880. These are some old gravestones. Yet another nearly forgotten cemetery. If any of these people would have seen a firework back then, they would have lost their mind. Check out this Circle K logo. That's not the normal Circle K logo, is it? Is there an imposter chain of Circle Ks? I think this building was built specifically for that dang chicken trying to cross the road. Just stop. Just stop, chicken. And while we're on the subject, there's something very fascinating in that cemetery. In all honesty, this one might take the cake. Nadine Earls was a little girl who always wanted a playhouse. And for Christmas, her parents got her one. Unfortunately, a week before, she passed away. So they built the playhouse over her grave. And years after her passing, her parents were also laid to rest here. Her father is there, and her mother is here. You'll notice the date stamp, 1933, and if you walk around the side and look in the front door, you will notice a lot of dolls right there on her tombstone. That is amazing, and there's also a Christmas tree in there and some ornaments. Even though it is a little unusual, I think it's pretty awesome. She got her little playhouse. Any town with a Dunkin' Donuts is my kind of town. You'll notice there's a tiger tail coming out of that sign. That is because we are in the home of the Auburn Tigers. And while I do not watch college football at all anymore, in the mid to late 80s when I was young, I fancied myself as a bit of an Auburn fan. And I use that term very loosely because I only went to one game, and it was right there in that stadium. My childhood best friend at the time, his father, was part of the alma mater here at Auburn and had season tickets. So he invited my dad and myself to go to a football game. And as best as my recollection serves, that was the only college football game I've ever attended. It's interesting when you're young, or even when you're older, how you adapt what your friends are interested in and you become interested in them. And that is part of the reason that I liked the Auburn Tigers. But there was one other reason. This guy right here, Bo freaking Jackson. That guy was my childhood idol, to say the least. I followed his career here at Auburn, and then when he went on to the Royals to play baseball, and then the Raiders to play football. I was really into baseball and football when I was younger, and Bo Jackson, that was my guy. Hard to believe that was 30 years ago. Childhood memories, aren't they the best? According to the sign on the wall, this was an old barbecue place. And across the street, an old-timey cafe. Look at that old sign, that's awesome. I pulled over on the side of the road because I am standing at a place called the Hillbilly Mall. Look at this. And inside this truck, it looks like, could that be a hillbilly right in there? Is this your mall? The front of the truck is adorned with a face. This place looks awesome. In fact, right there in the middle is a makeshift swing set. It looks like it's closed today, and they have a sign here saying that we are being filmed right now, which is weird because I'm filming and they're filming. We're having like a filming extravaganza. And check it out, Daisy Duke right down there. This car has been turned over on its side. This place looks pretty awesome. If only it were open. Remember the group, the Commodores, Lionel Richie? Once, twice, 3 times a lady. Every song they ever wrote was recorded right inside this building, which sat abandoned for nearly 20 years. And someone has taken it over now and created the Commodore Museum. You can get a little peek inside the window. They are not open. Hopefully this place isn't closing again. But there you go, inside the museum. And right here on the ground in front of the building, there is like a splat of paint that looks like a skull. That's why I'm easy. I'm easy like a skull on the ground that looks similar to the guy from the movie Scream. Look at that crazy looking courthouse. I guess whoever decided to buy that Shell gas station didn't want it to be Shell anymore, so they just spray painted over the seashell logo. This vehicle in front of me is hauling something in a netted bag. I don't know what it is. What the heck is that? What is he pulling behind his truck? Huh. Say hello to the world's largest brick that coincidentally is made completely of bricks. This thing is massive. It's probably like 30 feet tall. And it's hollow. You know, nothing to see here, just a gargantuan brick off the side of the interstate. Move along. Whoa! And a huge spider. This is like the land of the giants. That sign says keep moving. All right, I gotcha, I gotcha. You don't have to yell. Wow, look at that. That's incredible. I'm now pulling into Montgomery, Alabama. This building's being held up by sticks. I want to show you something pretty cool. Right over here, it's a statue of Hank Williams, Sr., right here, downtown. Hank Williams was from here, so when he passed away, his body was brought back here. In fact, they did the public funeral right here at the city auditorium, and thousands of people showed up to pay their respects. And here's a question. Why are the U's spelled with a V or the Roman numeral for 5? I found a picture online of the sheer amount of people that showed up to say goodbye right here in the streets of Montgomery, Alabama, right in front of the auditorium. Look at that. Incredible. This whole property is huge, and I would have had a very difficult time finding his final resting place if it was not for the sign I saw pulling in when I first got here. The interesting thing about where he is buried is there is no grass. It is all astroturf. And the reason they do this or did this is because way back in the day, right after the ceremony and after the funeral, people for years would come out here and steal the grass and the sod and the dirt. Anything they could get their hands on that was at the gravesite, they would take. So they changed the grass and just basically put that fake green grass there instead. And then later on, people would come out here, spray paint stuff, destroy stuff. There's a story of a truck coming out here, putting a chain around one of the markers and trying to steal it. So then they eventually erected another monument by Hank Williams Jr. stating, please do not desecrate this spot. Pretty crazy. Very interesting to see the final resting place of Hank Williams. Look at the name of this bail bondsman place. Yes, yes, that's right, Bond. That was the worst Connery imitation I've ever done. Wow, look at that. That's cool, right? Like no one out here this time of day either. It's like a ghost town. Oh, look at the road here. There are like footprints in the road. I'm not sure what the significance is of that, but there are feet prints right smack dab in the middle of the road. Looks like Davis Cleaners. In fact, Capital Cleaners as well. Neither one of them doing so great anymore. Look at these gas prices, $1.86? Yeah, don't mind if I do. Check out the name of that restaurant. Wooga. It's not open though, it's closed. Look at this guy, look at this sheep right here. If you're only counting one sheep at night, that means you're sleeping pretty dang good. Wait a second, that made absolutely no sense. And gotta get a few supplies. You know what's great about Dollar General? No matter what town you're in, there's always a Dollar General. I've never seen anything like this. You raise this up and an alarm goes off. Listen. All I want is toothpaste. What the heck? Is it going to space? Look, it just keeps going up and up. It's not a regular airplane. It's not a space shuttle. What is it? Look at it, it just keeps going up. What the heck is that? What the heck is that? It's not stopping, it's just going straight up into the stratosphere. You know what? I figured it out. It's escaping. It's escaping from the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. It's going over the moon. It's seriously going over the moon right now. Man. That's cool. Vlog over.